What's going on YouTube? So in this video, this is basically going to be more like an opinion based. So pretty much basically in this video, I'm going to be talking about why Kawhi Leonard should come back this season and play with the Clippers during with the playoff rather than having him sit or like completely shut him off for the rest of the season. And But yeah, like basically, I'm gonna be talking about how Kawhi Leonard basically coming back to this season, playing with the Clippers during the playoffs, how it would benefit Kawhi personally. So basically, but first, before I want to dig in, like why he should play, basically, like if Kawhi is actually like like hurt and stuff, like if he really cannot do it, then it's all good. Let him do whatever he wants to do. Basically, let Kawhi does what he wants to do. Do not, I repeat, do not push him. Do not push him. Which is, I know the Clippers are doing a great job. Treat Kawhi like royalty because he's the best basketball player in the world. But anyways, I'm gonna be talking about why Kawhi Leonard should come back into this to the season. But first off, like I believe like my ideal time when I want Kawhi to come back in and play for the Clippers, like I mean yeah, it'll be cool if he plays right now, but my preferred ideal timeline, like it would be like I would want him to come around March or like April, just enough so he could get his feet wet, and then when once he plays in the playoffs, he's pretty much used to it and not rusty and all the stuff. And also, like the reason why I say like maybe like I'm not too like like oh yeah play right away Kawhi, like just like maybe like wait till March or April because I would still love to see the young guys play. Like I know Keon Johnson got traded, which was pretty much a heartbreak for me. But I would love to see guys like Brandon Boston Jr. and my man Jay Scrub to get some minutes because those players are really talented and those players are the future and they cannot go. Let's just say that. But now I'm a truly like get to the center, get to the core on why Kawhi Leonard should return this season. And the reasoning, my personal reasoning, and how it could benefit Kawhi is this could be the perfect opportunity for Kawhi to leap in the GOAT conversation. Yes, I said it, the GOAT conversation. Now, if you ask me, where would I put Kawhi Leonard in the GOAT conversation? Well, I'm sure if y'all been watching my videos, I tend to have a biased perspective, like in a solid way, because I don't just do it out in thin air. But I am very biased. I will admit. But if I put, if I had to put Kawhi in the GOAT conversation, I would put him number 2 of all time. Hear me out. Kawhi Leonard. I I have a hard time recalling any other NBA players that plays elite defense like Kawhi Leonard and elite offense like Kawhi Leonard, and is ultra efficient on offense. Basically means like when he shoots, it's most likely he's going to go in. It's not like he needs to take a lot of shots. Like nah, Kawhi's just he's like that. He's efficient, and he is a really versatile player. Like only player I could see that plays two way as good as Kawhi is probably Michael Jordan because Jordan is also ultra efficient and he plays great defense. And LeBron, sometimes he has good IQ, but sometimes basically he needs more help. And the great Kobe Bryant, R.I.P. Kobe, greatest Laker of all time, one of the goats, one of the greats. He plays pretty good defense, but he would tend to need the ball in his hand more often. But again, this is a really biased perspective, and I don't expect even like the most loyal people who watch my channel to agree with my personal takes on Kawhi and the GOAT conversation. I know it's really far fetched. I know that it seems that like you sure he's actually up there, but I really think that that like like think about it. Kawhi Leonard comes back. Let's just say March or April. Clippers, go to the playoffs. We beat our first round opponent, beat the second round opponent, beat the Western Conference opponent, like basically containing the Golden State Warriors, who has one of the most highest IQ NBA teams as of right now. Basically with Steph Curry, Klay Thompson, Draymond, Kuminga, um, Moody, Poole. Like that's a stacked team. Considering the Clippers, basically they're nowhere near expected to like make it deep in the playoff. They're just considered to be just a regular, like a role player oriented team. And Kawhi just beats the Golden State Warriors. And also then beats the Phoenix Suns with Devin Booker and Chris Paul, another really high IQ, well rounded team. Kawhi beats both of them. And then we go to the NBA Finals. Let's just say we face a team like, let's just say, maybe the Chicago Bulls or maybe the Bucks or the Nets or whatever, and then or the Heat or the Cavs or basically it. And if we win this title, and Kawhi Leonard wins the title for the Los Angeles Clippers, that will definitely at least put Kawhi into consideration in the GOAT conversation. Because think about it, Clippers are as of right now, as of me making this video, he is eight. Like the Clippers are eighth seed. They're eighth seed. They're like no one expects the Clippers to win the NBA title. But then Kawhi all of a sudden comes back, plays against the fully loaded Western Conference Final, beats all the top dogs, and then face one of the Eastern Conference team, which is a pretty loaded squad. And we beat them, and the Clippers win their first NBA title, and the Clippers hold up the Larry O'Brien Trophy. Like, come on, man! Like, Kawhi Leonard basically won the title for a team that has never ever win the ring, who is considered to be a quote unquote cursed NBA team. That would definitely, like I said, that would definitely put them on up the map, because no one has ever did something like that for a team like the Los Angeles Clippers. Because the Clippers, they were known to be a really horrendous team, thanks to Donald Sterling, who just basically treats his player like garbage and just does not care about a team. He just wears a suit, goes to the game just to get a fat check in his hand. Like that would be like a big milestone. So basically, that's just my personal opinion on like why Kawhi Leonard should come back and what would be the big benefits of Kawhi Leonard coming back. And again, think about it. I know my takes on Kawhi Leonard being a GOAT conversation is really far fetched. And if you ask me who's where I put Kawhi, like I said, I would personally, as of right now, put him top two all time, because he beat the big three Miami Heat, LeBron James. I know he had Duncan and Ginobili, but they were aging, but it was a good squad nevertheless. And then he basically they dethroned the Golden State Warriors, basically the top dogs, the people who they were whining about. Oh, it's a super team. Oh my gosh. Oh, cancel the season. The Warriors won the ring. Oh my gosh. And then Kawhi Leonard just simply beats him like that. Look, now all the haters gonna want, oh, Kevin Durant was hurt. Oh, KD was hurt. But they still had Stephen Curry, which is the greatest shooter of all time, and disputedly some would say greatest point guard of all time. They still had Klay Thompson played most of the games. They still had Draymond Green. They still had Boogie Cousins. They still had Iguodala. And then all the people, they're going to try to say, oh, Van Fleet or Siakam carried Kawhi. Oh, my gosh. But they're forgetting that Kawhi Leonard literally played with one knee, one healthy, fully knee. Other knee was dead hurt. Dead hurt. Like, all the people would be loving to say about, oh, how Kobe Bryant played, like, shot the free throws with two torn Achilles, and basically played basketball like with the broken finger, which is rightfully so. Kobe deserves all that respect because for all the hard work he did. But as for Kawhi Leonard though, like, people just literally overlooked that. They acted like, oh, it was nothing. Like it was literally like a hurt knee, one hurt knee, and then. And also, don't forget, the Raptors also did not have OG Anunoby, I believe, as well too. And the Raptors managed to beat the Golden State Warriors, the top evil empire of Golden State. And that, in my opinion, that should definitely at least put Kawhi, at least like at least put Kawhi top 15 all time, because no one plays as good of defense like maybe some people would say, okay, what was I saying? So basically, like pretty much like not many people like could play as good defense as Kawhi does, and as good of an offense that Kawhi does. He has everything in his bag. Like, he can do everything. I mean everything. He basically could play 1-2-3, 1-2-4. Heck, maybe nowadays it's small ball 1-2-5. Like, that's just like I said. That's just my personal take. Like, okay, damn it, my bad. I know, like, it sounds like I'm gonna end a video at times, so my apologies. But basically, like, they're they're just like, I felt Kawhi's just basically getting slept on. Like, they're trying to, like, nitpick, like, Kawhi's teammate success to discredit Kawhi's ring against the Golden State Warriors. But I mean, if they're gonna use the Fred VanVleet or Siakam logic, then using like the Lakers fans logic, I could just easily say, oh, Derek Fisher, Pau Gasol, and Ron Artest carried Kobe Bryant because Kobe Bryant shot 6 for 24. I could easily use that to say, oh, um, Kobe's rings are overrated. Oh, blah 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 blah. Um, Ron Artest carried Kobe Bryant, or I could say what other analogy like. But basically, yeah, that's one prime example that I could definitely um like in like what I'm saying, like again, that's just that's just like the irony, what I'm saying? Like, I'm not saying Kobe got carried by Ron Artest or Derek Fisher, but I'm just saying, like those people who say Kawhi got carried by Van Fleet and Siakam, like I could easily use like Kobe getting carried by Artest and Pau Gasol and Derek Fisher if I really wanted to discredit Kobe's legacy. So pretty much I think I'm gonna actually end this video. Like just let me know on what you think on in the comment section, and be sure to leave a like, comment, subscribe, and like I said, just let me know what you think about this take. Like, it is a pretty hot take. I'm sure pretty much nobody would necessarily agree with me on putting Kawhi number 2 of all time right now, but I mean, maybe like down like a few years down the line, maybe you guys would actually see it, because Clippers would pretty much eventually win some titles basically now, since they traded for for basically Kawhi Leonard's like former teammate, now current teammate, who plays pretty good together. So like I said, just let me know what you think about this video, and as y'all know, go Clippers.